Chapter 11, 44. Refining Goo, Grand Commotion. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Snow descended slowly and quietly. There was no wind. A series of snowy mountain peaks formed a range. A couple were snuggling each other near the window, looking outside at the snowy landscape. There was a warm atmosphere in the room. The wife was neat and graceful. Some white color was already beginning to show in her hair. She leaned on her husband's arm and spoke with nostalgia. "It has been so long since I watched the snowy landscape with you this serenely." Her husband already looked old, but was in good health. He comfortingly patted his wife's arm with his aged hand and spoke slowly. "I would like to stay with you always and watch the snowflakes fall quietly. Do you still remember the time we first met?" His wife chuckled. The joyous memory seemed to be resurfacing in front of her eyes. "That was also a snowy day. You were still hot-headed, wanting to become stronger and stronger. I wanted to become stronger. Wasn't it for the sake of becoming worthy of you? Back then, you said you would marry me when I cultivate to rank 8. The old man laughed. His laughter had some craftiness, as well as some pride. His wife's smile, however, shrank slightly, and her brows furrowed. "To tell the truth, I regret it a little. I would rather your cultivation be slightly lower. To be your husband, how could I have lower cultivation level? Rest assured, as long as we refine fortune rivaling heaven immortal goo, I have confidence in passing this myriad tribulation. Then our future will be boundless as the sea and sky, and I can stay with you forever." As he said this, the old man's sight slowly became sharper, revealing an extraordinarily powerful aura. His aura went from weak to strong, continuously growing stronger. As time passed, it actually flowed outside, causing the surrounding snowflakes to stop falling and float in front of him. His wife slowly moved away from him, quietly looking at the snowy landscape as a firm will emerged in her eyes. "Let us begin." After a long while, the old man spoke, breaking the silence. His wife only replied with one word, "Okay." Old ancestor Shohu and Lady Wan Shao began refining fortune rivaling heaven immortal goo. On this day, gorgeous lights shot out to the sky from snowy mountain-blessed land, unable to be hidden or concealed. Northern Plains' goo immortal world had yet to recover from the commotion of Hay tribe's annihilation, but now it fell into upheaval once again. Old ancestor Shohu had begun refining rank 8 fortune rivaling heaven goo. This news was like a whirlwind that engulfed the whole Northern Plains, goo immortal world, Fengxian Grotto Heaven. Such a grand show, as if he is afraid others won't come to wreck his plan. But this is indeed old Shrehu's style. Prince Fengxian chuckled indifferently at the news. "Lord, if we let old ancestor Shrehu successfully refine the rank 8 immortal goo, I am afraid he would just get much stronger." Goo immortal Yulan spoke from beside Prince Fengxian. "Even without fortune rivaling heaven goo, he is still the #1 expert of Northern Plains. Our current task is to capture Fang Yuan. We have already obtained news from that side. Heavenly Court has deduced and confirmed Fang Yuan is in Northern Plains." Prince Fengxian laughed, his eyes shining with cold light. His hatred towards Fang Yuan was deep. The reason? Because Prince Fengxian's original task had been to infiltrate 88 Truyang Building. But the grand plan was destroyed by Fang Yuan, causing his many years of waiting to go down the drain. Could he not feel hatred? Baizu Grotto Heaven. Old ancestor Shrehu has been fiddling around for these years. He finally decided to act? Heavenly Lord Baizu mumbled, then shook his head. After that battle with old ancestor Shohu, Heavenly Lord Baizu was even more aware of the other side's strength. Just I alone am absolutely not old ancestor Shohu's opponent. Also, wrecking his refinement plan would mean I will be an irreconcilable enemy of him. But I have now established Baizu tribe. This is the result of many years of planning and arduous work. I cannot make a move lightly. Unless Yao Huang and some other people want to make a move, before they show any signs, I should concentrate on invading that Heifan Grotto Heaven instead. Yao Huang Grotto Heaven. A large cauldron was floating in front of Yao Huang. It was made from cauldron strength, immortal gua. Inside the cauldron were countless immortal materials. The blazing fire below it was constantly melting these immortal materials into liquid, infusing them. When he heard the news of old ancestor Shuihu's Gu refinement, the fire heating the cauldron trembled. Yao Huang sighed and mumbled to himself, "Fighting with old Shuihu is not wise. Instead, I just need to concentrate on refining this resurrection from the dead immortal Gu, and I will also possess a rank 8 immortal Gu and solve the issue of lifespan, longevity heaven. Look at those lights soaring to the sky. Old ancestor Shuihu has really started refining fortune rivaling heaven Gu. Even if he is a rank 8 Gu immortal, he is too audacious to dare to covet giant sun immortal venerable's immortal Gu. Longevity. Heaven was giant sun, immortal venerable's grotto heaven. The Gu immortals who lived inside were descendants of giant sun immortal venerable, with the closest bloodline connection to him. They naturally did not want to see fortune rivaling heaven, Gu falling into an outsider's hands. However, they were unable to make a move. Because of one person, 5 elements. Grandmaster, Elder Fang Yuan, please come in. This is our tribe's sacred land, Earth Mother Altar. Shi Shicheng respectfully guided Fang Yuan. This Rockman Gu Immortal was only rank 6, but he controlled the immortal battlefield killer move, Gray Cloud Battle Puppet. He was clearly a character representing the next generation of the Rockman. Following with him was also the rank 6 female Gu Immortal from the Snowman tribe, Shi. Right now, some days had already passed since the banquet. The allied tribes of Snowmen and Rockmen living here treated Fang Yuan and the Hairy Man, Gu Immortals, with utmost cordiality. According to Langya Land Spirit's arrangement, Sixth Hair and the others were responsible for negotiating about cooperation and alliance between both sides. As for Fang Yuan, he was accompanied to tour around and view the scenery, becoming familiar with the lifestyle of these variant humans. Over these last few days, Fang Yuan had deep insight. These snowmen and rockmen were living in hiding below the northern icy plain, but they were filled with awareness of crisis and were extremely strict in the upbringing of their later generations, almost to the point of cruelty. This led to generations after generations of powerful variant human Gu Immortals. Compared to them, Heifan Grotto Heaven's Gu Immortals formed an extremely clear contrast. Elder Fang Yuan, didn't you ask me yesterday why there is such earth and soil below the northern icy plain? You will know once you enter. Shi giggled. Okay. Fang Yuan nodded, being somewhat curious. When he entered Earth Mother Altar and saw 2 statues enshrined at the center, he was left staring. He was shocked, because he saw a female human immortal hugging a rockman. Gu Immortal's arm, the two were looking into the distance with blissful expressions, looking like they had lived a charmed life together. This is the 27th First Supreme Elder of my tribe, Shirmu. The one beside him is his wife, my tribe's most respected Lady Earth Mother. Of course, as you can see, Lady Earth Mother is a human Gu Immortal, Shi Shicheng introduced. This was somewhat unthinkable. A female human immortal actually fell in love with a rockman. Gu Immortal, and was enshrined and respected by later generations of rockmen to this degree. Shi continued. Lady Earth Mother was kind and benevolent. Her love transcends race. She was deeply saddened that the Rockman tribe did not have land for survival, and not long after Lord Shirmu passed away, she also died of her own accord to be with her love. For the sake of the later generations, her Tao marks and blessed land turned into this underground land, allowing Rockmen to have a foundation for survival. Fang Yuan firmly stared at this couple's statues. His mind was surging frantically. Because this Earth Mother, whom the Rockmen and Snowmen respected and revered, he actually knew her. Naturally, he and Earth Mother were not people of the same time period. There would normally not have been any link between them. The reason why Fang Yuan could recognize Earth Mother's identity was because he had soul-searched He Chung. Because Earth Mother was the missing He Feng Yue of He tribe, old ancestor He Fan's most beloved granddaughter. Who could have expected that He Feng Yue disappeared as a result of hiding her own identity? She fell in love with a rockman gu immortal. This definitely would not have been accepted by the tribe, and even more so, would not have been accepted by the human gu immortals in Northern Plains. As for why she fell in love and stayed with a rockman gu immortal, there definitely must have been a hidden story. Fang Yuan was expressionless, but was inwardly sighing. No matter what the truth of the past was, he had no intention to excavate it. Every person had their own life to lead, their own loved and hated enemies. Right? Sha'er had been secretly observing Fang Yin and seeing Fang Yuan having no expression of disgust or anger. Her whole heart felt joyous. She then looked at the statues of Shi Mu and Earth Mother dazedly, speaking with certain intent. I won't hide it from Elder Fang Yuan. From my perspective, love has no boundaries. Whether it be rockmen or humans, both have the possibility of existing together and the right to love each other. Fang Wen went absent-minded. A beautiful white figure flashed across his eyes, but it disappeared shortly afterwards. The 500 years of my first life. His gaze turned deep and serene. He slightly realized now why this group of snowmen and rockmen accepted him so easily after knowing Fang Yuan was on the same side. From a certain aspect, Fang Yuan could also be considered to have received Earth Mother's help. Actually, we were compelled by the situation to fight with Elder Fang Yuan. Elder Fang Yuan must also be clear on how the Northern Icy Plain was formed. This was previously a pure icy land, only with Lady Earth Mother's profound methods. Did this area start gathering Earth Chi and form this soil? Shi Shicheng earnestly continued. However, when a Gu immortal faces their tribulation in the Northern Icy Plain, it would draw in and consume heaven and Earth Chi. Every time the Earth Chi is weakened, the Northern Icy Plain will get more unstable, and the land we can live on will decrease by a portion in area. Fang Yuan nodded. He already knew of this reason during the banquet. Now his understanding had become even deeper. This is my fault. If I had known this before, I would not have undergone my calamity in the Northern Icy Plain. Fang Yuan earnestly spoke. Shi Shicheng and Shui'er's face brightened. If misunderstandings can be solved, that is for the best. Shi Shicheng spoke. Right at this time, Shi Shicheng's expression changed. Shortly afterwards, Shui'er's expression also changed. What's wrong? Fang Yuan quickly asked. Lights are soaring to the sky from snowy mountain-blessed land. Our information claims that old ancestor Shu Hu has begun refining fortune rivaling heaven gu. Shi Shicheng spoke in a heavy tone. Any human growing stronger was grievous news to variant humans. Shui'er's eyes shifted to Fang Yuan. Elder Fang Yuan, you use spring-autumn cicada to rebirth and are an otherworldly demon. You even destroyed 88 True Yang building by your own hands. I would like to ask if old ancestor Shi Hu succeeds in refining fortune rivaling heaven gu in the future.